If you're a heating air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, what's a hanging question and what do you need to know about it? This is a super important question. I'm Sylvan Bell, coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you on HVAC Technician's Sales Secrets. Here's the thing. There's going to be a point in your sales presentation, in your discovery phase, in your process that you ask a question of the buyer. And depending upon the level of the question, you're going to find that this hanging question can tell you a ton, right? So I have questions and tools that I have developed, and I have found that, like, when I ask one of these questions, if I don't get an answer, it tells me that they're not buying, okay? If I don't get an answer, it tells me that either they're not paying attention or they don't want to. So I have to circle back and readjust the question and turn it into something different and ask again, either right now or a little bit later. So I'll give you an example. When I was selling heating and air, one of the questions that I would ask is, like, at the end of the day, what kind of budget are we working with this? Are we looking at this $10,000 to $15,000 range, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, or $1 million, right? And some people would go, hey, well, I don't know just yet. You know, you're the first person that I talked to. Let's circle back to that. Okay. So that told me I can't let this question go. I need to circle back to it. So what I would do is I would draw out the options and say, where are you more inclined to invest your money? At the 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 25 to 30, 35 to 40, or the $1 million option, right? $1 million option. And if they didn't answer me, in my mind, I went, aha, this person is playing I'm going to put my cards right here. Like, I'm going to take my cards, I'm going to shove them underneath my shirt, and I'm not going to tell you anything, right? And then I would gladly say, hey, look, here's the thing. I'm not trying to spend all of your money. I just need to spend some of it, right? Just need to spend some of it. But what I'm not going to do is come up with 8,000 options for you. What I'm not going to do is spend all day coming up with ideas if it's past your budget. So just tell me what you don't want to spend, and I won't go over it, and I'll do everything I can to keep you under that budget, right? And so you need to know that sometimes people are like, well, I'm not going to tell you that. Well, you can't go buy a house. You can't go buy a house and say, hey, I want to buy a house. And the real estate agent says, okay, well, let's start at the $2 million homes. Well, I don't make that much money. I can't buy a $2 million home. Okay, can we start at the $1 million homes? Well, I don't make that much money. Like, at some point, you do have to get to a budget. Now, you can flip this to a monthly budget. Like, where did you want to keep this under? Well, I don't want to tell you that. Like, okay, hi, my name's Scott. I'm here to help you. I'm here to get you what you need. And I do need some latitude. I do need some information. I didn't come here to play poker, right? I didn't come here to play poker. I'm not playing poker with you. I didn't come here to play poker. So you have one thing to do from here. You hit this, find this link, right? Find this link and hit subscribe to it and go there and sign up for my email, and you'll get the goods, not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. Like, it's like right there. Okay. So the hanging question is this. You ask an important question and the person really doesn't want to answer it. You only have so many moves. You can recognize that you need to ask that question again in a different manner. You can recognize that you can ask that question a couple minutes later, or you can not have that question answered and realize that by the buyer not answering that question, they're giving you a clue. So I have some tools that I use that will be in the Facebook group, that will be on the products that are for sale, that do teach you to ask the right question to find out what motive the buyer has. Right? And you need to know that everybody's got a motive. And if you own a home and you're like, gosh, dang you salespeople, right? And you're like, hey, I don't think it's fair, and I don't think that it's right that you do this, get off my channel. I don't care. I really don't. I'm not here for your entertainment. I'm not here to have you leave messages for me that salespeople are bad people. I don't care. Right? There's things that we have to do to extract information, and sometimes it's easy and sometimes it's difficult. You have to have the tools developed, and you need to know that sometimes people just don't want to give that up, right? I know of a couple of questions that if I ask them immediately, person's not doing business with me. I'm like, hey, thanks for having me out. Hey, I would love for you to do business with whoever in the future, but guess what? It's not going to be me. They're like, well, why won't you tell me? Because they're just there to extract value. That's their job. They think in their mind that they are supposed to get free information from you. And I'm like, my information has value to it. I don't play that game. You got one of three things to do from here. Just one of three. Find the subscribe button, click on it. And every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. You can hit follow if this is on social media, or you could share with a friend. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.